Hi, this is Sean Henricksen here from the Sean Henricksen Law Firm, where we help good people like you avoid the devastating consequences of criminal charges. Today, we're going to talk about how likely it is that your case is going to go to trial. Before we get to that, we do have a free download for you. It's 4 things that you should be doing right now if you've been arrested. You can look down in the notes and there's a link where we will send that right out to you. And also, if you do have any questions about this video, or if you're being charged and you're looking for somebody to talk to about your case, you can give us a call or click down in the link below to schedule a free consultation with us. A lot of people who are being charged with crimes want to know if this case is likely to end up in trial, or is it going to end up getting taken care of without having to go to trial. Now, there are 3 ways that your case could ultimately end. It could get dismissed, and that's usually by the district attorney's office. You could accept a plea agreement from the district attorney's office, or the case could end up going to trial. The vast majority of cases end up not going to trial. They either end up getting dismissed or the defendant ends up taking a deal on the case. And there are a lot of reasons for that. Essentially, if the district attorney's office thinks that they don't have a very good case, then they may end up dismissing that case. Or if the defendant doesn't have a very good case, then he may take a plea agreement where something may be reduced, or there may be some sort of reduced punishment in exchange for them pleading guilty or no contest to their charge. While I was preparing for this video, I looked at the rates of dismissals and trials and everything else in Bexar County over the last 4 years. And I focused mainly on 2018 and 2019. The reason for that is because 2020, the pandemic started, which meant that trials essentially stopped happening and courts were mostly shut down. And this year, it's been kind of a mixture of that also. This year's also been affected by COVID. And because of that, I think the 2020 and 2021 aren't very representative of what it normally looks like. And we are getting to that point again where we're starting to have trials again. So we'll focus on 2018 and 2019. First off, I'm going to talk about misdemeanor cases because the numbers are a little bit different on misdemeanors than they are in felonies. In 2018, only 0.3% of misdemeanor cases actually ended up going to trial. 2009 was actually the exact same number. Again, only 0.3% of cases went to trial. What that means is that 99.7% of cases ended up either getting dismissed or getting worked out through some sort of a plea agreement. Of those cases that did go to trial, in 2018, 33% of those, the defendant was found not guilty, and 67% they were found guilty. 2019 was different, and actually more people were found not guilty than guilty. It was 55% were found not guilty and 45% were found guilty in 2019. When we look at felony cases, the numbers are a little bit different. Instead of only 0.3% of cases going to trial, in 2018 for felony cases, it was 0.8% went to trial in 2018 and 0.6% went to trial in 2019. Now, again, looking to see whether the defendant was found not guilty or guilty. In 2018, 1/3 of the people were found not guilty and 2/3 of the people were found guilty. In 2019, it was pretty close. 35% were found not guilty and 64% were found guilty. So what's the biggest takeaway from all of this? And the biggest takeaway, the most obvious takeaway, is that your case most likely isn't going to go to trial. The vast majority of cases are being worked out or dismissed before trial. And that's probably a good thing that most of them aren't going to trial. If every case did end up going to trial, the courts would be so backed up that it would take forever for your case actually to get to the point where it would go to trial. Having said that, there are probably more cases that should be going to trial. In a lot of cases, it's not always that clear cut on whether a person is not guilty or whether they're guilty. And that question should be being brought to the jury more frequently. Having said that, I think the other takeaway is that if you're looking for an attorney, you do want an attorney with good trial skills, obviously, because like I said, there are probably more cases that should be going to trial. But additionally, you should be looking for somebody who's also good at getting cases worked out to your benefit before trial. So ultimately getting cases dismissed, getting pretrial diversions on cases, or other ways that you may be able to get a good result even if the state has a good case against you. I hope that all of this has been helpful. And if you do have any questions about whether or not a case is going to go to trial or how many cases are going to trial, please feel free to give me a call. My number is 210-942-4997. And we do also have that link down below. So if you'd like to discuss your case, please feel free to give us a call at that number or click on the link down below where you can schedule a free consultation with us. And as far as these numbers go, I'll post a link to where those statistics are. And the numbers that I gave are specific for the years that I talked about and are also specific to Bexar County. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, and I hope that you have a great day.